Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here to look at the Walmart exclusive Funko Pop 3-pack set of JABBA the Hutt, Slave Leia, and Salacious B Crumb. Now, I am very happy about this JABBA Pop. See, Funko already made a JABBA Pop before, but it was the same size as all the other Pops. And when it came out, I thought, well, this is cool looking, and it's cute, but it doesn't make any sense. Why is he so little? Why is JABBA the same size as Luke and Han and everybody? This Pop here makes sense. JABBA should be big. And this is to scale with the other Pops, and I like how big he is. And I gotta say that this one turned out really good. The head is very similar to the previous JABBA head on the smaller Pop, but it has slightly more details. It's the same overall mouth, eye, nose, and wrinkle shape, except this wrinkle right here has been added. There's more wrinkles to his brow. The original one had like a simple one line each. Now there's 2 lines on each side. So it's a slightly more detailed version of that previous head. And I gotta say, man, some of the details within it, the drool paint coming out of his mouth, the sculpted tongue, it all looks really, really good. The paint of the eyeballs looks good, the paint of the nostrils looks good, the paint within his mouth, really happy about. But also the transition from like tan to green looks good, and they add that little bit of grime, that little kind of grayish dirt to the area, gives him kind of a dirty vibe. Same thing with the top around the head there. So that kind of gray, dirty wash really adds some personality and some texture to the green paint of this Pop. And then you can see the fading of light green to dark green. Like, this has been very well painted. More fat wrinkles, so the sculpt is good. And then we get to the body, and the body is gross. Now, this is a brand new body. Technically, it's a brand new head too, but this body is more drastically, noticeably different. You know, these 3 fingers are pinched closer together. The previous one, the fingers were open. But also just, you know, overall, it's a wider Pop. The original one was a tighter body. This one actually has more length to it. And the length is really good. Again, the details of the wrinkles along his tail. And then the paint of the dark green to light green, because there is, you know, a difference between the two, and the fact that it kind of transitions into the wrinkles of fat looks really good. His gut looks good. Here's the back of the Pop. So yeah, overall, I gotta say, this JABBA, huge improvement. I really like it. I like the way his tail kind of wrinkles as it gets further along, and they even have his little like branded tattoo on his arm there. So really nice details included in this Pop. I'm very happy with it. Now what I'm not happy with is this Leia Pop, because this bobblehead is kind of a nightmare. Like, first of all, one of the things I can't stand about bobbleheads is you can never tell how the bobble is going to turn out. You're trusting the company to get the spring placement right, or to have the spring be, you know, at the proper angle. You see this head is leaning forward, which makes it top heavy towards the front, and also the neck is all the way towards the back instead of in the middle. So she's looking down and it's just weighted improperly. So, I mean, first of all, the fact that her head is leaning far down covers up part of her body when you're looking at it. Like, it'd be better if she was like this instead of like that. And then also causes the figure to fall over. So multiple problems here. You know, some people accuse me of being nitpicky, myself included, when it comes to paint and all that. But this isn't nitpicking. This is like a basic thing. Like, people plop down money for a quality figure. You should be giving them a quality figure that at least sits on a shelf properly. And the fact that it doesn't do that really disappoints me, which is a shame, because when you look at this figure up close, like, the actual quality of the sculpt is awesome. Like, she's in a sculpted seated pose, which is cool. Also, the paint of her bikini is really well done. It's including like the bottom section, and the fact that like the butt cape flows around on the ground like that. Like, it's got a good flow to it, it's got a good sculpt to it. Also, just like the dimensions of her pose, like her arm placement, her leg placement, it's really well sculpted and believable as like a human figure. Like they didn't mess it up. Like, the dimensions look good. The paint on the bikini is really good. This could have been a really good Pop. Like, her head looks good as far as like the eyelashes and, you know, eyeball paint. Her hairline looks good. The earring paint looks good. The way they handled like her little bun in the back and the braid, like, when you look at this Pop, this is a solid looking Pop, and they just really dropped the ball as far as being able to just sit as a toy and do nothing. What a disappointment. Now, I am really happy with how Salacious turned out. I think this pop turned out great. First of all, I just really like Salacious Crumb. I think he's awesome. So the fact they announced they're making a pop of him made me really happy. And the fact that he turned out so good makes me even more happy. I think overall, like the little pose he's in on the pillow looks good. The little body they sculpted him in, the little wrinkles right above his gut look great. Also just the little pose he's in, the way his arms are kind of dangling over his feet. The nail paint on his hands and feet look really good. The little hair around his neck. But then look at that face. Like, it's actually a really cute pop of a malicious little character. I think the paint of his beak and mouth area look awesome. That line going through his mouth is really clean. The little hair hanging off the side looks good. Man, the wrinkles around his eyes. This is a really good sculpt. I think Funko nailed this. I was hoping they would, and I'm glad they did, because I really wanted a Salacious B Crumb pop, and I want it to be good, and I think it looks great. The ears look good, just the little ridges in the ears. Very happy with how this little thing turned out. I love it. Now, one thing that's cool about this 3-pack is the packaging includes this little platform and a little backdrop that's in the box, but that platform is perfectly fitted to JABBA as far as like JABBA's platform goes. He does look pretty cool on it. What doesn't look cool on it is LEIA falling over like an idiot. What a massive disappointment. When this set was first kind of revealed, I thought, oh, that's going to be awesome. Not so much for JABBA, but because I want a LEIA and Salacious pop. Because I like the idea that LEIA is sculpted in a seated position. We don't have a lot of pops that are in different positions. We've got like the Daryl on the motorcycle and Ant-Man riding Anthony, where like their bodies are like in riding poses. But like this is a fully seated, different sculpt of a figure, and that excites me. I hope Funko does more stuff like that. I was really looking forward to this, and they just dropped the ball. But Salacious turned out cute. He did not disappoint. So in that regard, I'm still happy about that. And 3 of these together look awesome. So I think as a set it looks cool. Hopefully if you're out there and you get this exclusive set, your LEIA turned out better than mine, and then you won't be disappointed. Anyway, thanks for watching.